It's not supposed to be. Not supposed to be this way. What can I do to fix this? Right. Alright, so there we go. Now the sound should be back as it's supposed to, I think. Let me know if I'm wrong. Though if I'm wrong you can't hear me, and then it's sort of difficult for you two guys to let me know, but I am that assured that things are as they're supposed to be right now. Alright, so Friday last time we actually managed to clear out the entirety of this area down here. Meaning I can now quite easily just run the sweepers across it. Now, in order to do that, we're going to need a massive amount of sweepers. And that's not even, like, that's conservatively said, I think. Because, I mean, and hey, Draco. I want to take all of it in one go. Which likely means that we're going to need a little bit more, a few more observers, a lot more slime, a lot more honey, and a lot more sticky pistons. So, if we start with all the redstone stuff first. We might be in a pretty good spot. But let's just get sorted. So I don't have to like deal with also having a bunch of random stuff in my inventory. Well done, dude. Alright, so for observers, I have one extra, and I have one sticky piston extra. Now, for observers, I'm pretty sure we need both this good stuff here. We need a bunch of redstone. If we start out with 4 stacks, and we're going to need a bunch of cobblestone. Is that really all the cobblestone I have to my name? There's no way. There's simply no way that that's all I have. If so, I'm gonna be very disappointed, not gonna lie. Well, it looks like I might get very disappointed. Okay. I honestly thought that we had picked up a bunch of cobblestone to fill this up with. Well, we had a little bit more cobblestone there to our disposal, so I guess that will do for now. Because I really want three stacks of each. Now, one thing I'm sort of afraid of here is the fact that in order to make pistons, we need cobblestone too, don't we? Yeah. Right, so we're gonna have to go digging. Wait, no, I don't have to go digging. I can just start the cobblestone machine. What am I on about? We have one. And we have a little bit of cobblestone left over, it would seem. Okay. So it's not entirely bad. Okay. Okay, that's actually really nice that I don't have to go like looking for a bunch of cobblestone. Now I still don't we still don't have a lot, but it will do. Do I really not have any? Oh well. Alright, iron. I should have, yeah, good. I have, boop. Boop. Hey, gaming guy, and thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're out of iron for our crafting recipe here. Also almost out of all the other goodies, such as wood. We will just grab that and turn that into a bunch of wood so I can continue the insanity here. I definitely want to make at least one more stack, so I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. How about you, man? Is everything good on your side? Well, that we need more cobblestone. It's such an interesting machine, that thing. And we're getting so much cobblestone from it, I think. Possibly. I don't know where... Wait, why is it basalt that comes through? Wait, is it really basalt that's coming through here? Oh no, basalt and... well. As long as it makes its way down here eventually. Whee. So now we can make the remaining pistons. Like like surely 3 stacks of each will be enough. Like I can't imagine a world where that won't be exactly what we need. Or rather, where that's not going to be enough is what I wanted to say. But me brain too dumb. In there. In there. And now all those pistons just needs to become sticky. Alright. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish up most of this before then. That could be pretty cool. So now we just... Well, we need more slime. So... Let's head down to the slime factory. Actually... Let's just convert all of that into slime blocks. Perfect. Surely that will be enough slime with the slime we already have already over there. Can I guess how much power you're producing in Satisfaction? Satisfactory. No, I have no idea. Well, I suspect probably a pretty decent amount, but like, I don't know what's a lot. So, okay. And is that considered a lot? Like, as I said, I have no idea here. This one has actually been producing a decent amount of honey, which is pretty pleasing. Let's go check on the other one. How much honey we have up there? Ow. Ugh. Ah, right. And hey, Rocket League Fang. No, don't worry about being late, man. I'm just happy you made it. Besides, I started kind of late myself today. We've only been going for about 15 minutes, so you're not actually that late. Right, that's a pretty decent amount of honey. Oh wait, I didn't want to pick it up yet. Not with all that. Pick all this up. And the last bits of honey here. I'm hoping that we have enough honey to keep production high here. Oh no. Oh, I have a few bottles left. Okay, so is that... Let's just try and sort through this. Bring that down there. Okay, so that's as much honey and slime as I can muster right now. Well, I mean... I don't know, you could probably game a little bit on this side, gaming guy. And as for Rocket League fan, well, I mean, you missed 2 streams, but it's not like there's been any, like, major progress, or unexpected progress. Like, we've pretty much just been doing our thing by cleaning out the area down here. So now I can create one sweeper that will take out all of the water in one go. Yeah, that didn't help much. Take out the sponges, obsidian, netherrack. Okay, perfect. Obsidian back in. Sponges go here. I should always keep that in my inventory. And now we just go... honey bottles. Now we go get some more netherrack. Have I seen a chicken joggy? Yeah, a lot of times. But today we're gonna be removing all of this water in one go. Oh, I'm so excited about that. But first we're gonna need a lot more timber. I can make it up there. Yeah, there we go. First we're gonna remove all of that water there in one go. That's gonna look so good. It's gonna be so nice. But first I need to find somewhere where I can actually, like, mine out some, Ow. Ow. Some of this stuff here. Well, it shouldn't actually be that difficult. It shouldn't actually be that difficult. As long as I built the machine right. I should probably pick that up too. Wow, this is a what? Wow, that was a really good vein of quartz. That's... Considering we just, like, used 5 or 6 stacks of quartz, we should probably be picking up all of the quartz I possibly could get. Alright, see you later, gaming guy, and thank you for the raid, and I hope to see you again tomorrow, man. Alright. Surely that should be enough. If not, we can always just come back for it more. Wait, where did we come from? Where did I go? Alright, I know where we came from. Hasn't really been like, the server hasn't been up for a while. Rocket League thing. It's I'm hoping that it's gonna come up soonish, but it really comes down to when the guy who runs the server for me has the time for it, more than anything else. Alright, we're gonna put that to the side. We're gonna grab this. Well, I can put away the almost broken tools, I suppose. Well, let's also get rid of one more tool like that. Oh, and we can also get rid of a stack of food. And then grab all of that. Or as much of it as we can. Alright, and now I guess I just start from the bottom. From the bottom. We should probably be holding a torch. And we go, so from here, just gotta measure everything out correctly. Raid farms can be fairly simple to make. They aren't always though. Like, keep that in mind. Like, raid farms have, there are all sorts of raid farms. Now, like, if you are going for one of the bigger ones, so like a stacking raid farm, I could highly suggest using INX04's design. Purely because it is, like, you can actually lava cast it, like most of it. But the only real, like, annoying thing with raid farms is the fact that you need to put in villagers, right? You need to work with villagers. Now, ever since you can lead the boats, it might be a bit better, but before you could lead the boats, it was absolute hell. Won't lie to you, it was pretty bad before you could lead the boats. Let's just get some breath while I pick up this. Set it for right click and move it away. So they're like fairly straightforward to make, but depending on how big you want to go with them, they do get more and more expensive, right? Which makes perfect sense, right? Because like doing a huge build is gonna require a huge amount of resource. We need to remove these two pillars here. Oh, is there a texture pack for that? What is it called? And what do you mean, like, make them talk really funny? Like, do they just get some talking animations, or like, what are you talking about? Or is there like a sound pack involved where it makes them sound odd? Right. I don't know. My mate, he has one a sound pack where, like, every time a cow takes a step. No, it's every time an iron golem takes a step. There's some dude like going real close to his mic and going, "Badoom," which is actually pretty funny if you ask me. I actually really like that. And every time you pick up your flint and steel, it says, I'm the fire starter." And like, whenever you shoot your bow, it says, "Pew." I do like some of the sound packs out there, though some of them are a little bit silly. Oh wait, I could just look at the one below, right? And then go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna be so upset if this doesn't fit. It fits perfectly. Nice. A little bit of air. I might. I won't make any promises, but I might. Because honestly, both. I have both texture packs and shader packs on. So, I mean. Oh wait, should I do the bits and bobs on it as we... Yeah, I probably should, because then I can do the easy trick. Yeah. Oh, alright, see you later, Rocket League fan. Thank you for checking in, though. I appreciate it. Hello, you're in my way. Oh. What the hell is going on there? When did I mess that up? Last. Ow. Last. Right? Yeah, okay. Now we're on the right track again. And so I do these. Oh. And we do these here. The actual machine parts. And I make sure that all of it is correctly assembled. Hunger. Rather slow and methodical, because if we make this work on the first try, all of the water will be gone. So we always need to be able to see that red dot, the green there, and then remove these two. Green, air. And so we continue like this for a wee while until we're all the way down. And then we simply do that all the way to the top, pretty much. And then we just need to make the layer connection. Oh. Where's Nightmare? If we do that at some point. C head. Nice. Both pistons, good. Doing it this way though is much more prone to accidents happening or mistakes, I feel like, so I should be kinda careful. Really? Really? There you go. I will need to double check all of my work here on these. I'm getting dragged to the side there, so there's slightly there might be a water problem there, but we'll see. Okay, so now I just find a hole I can stand in. Nice. And we double check all of this. So check, 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 and check. Now we do it here from the back. Free. Okay, good. Because that means I can now run this down. Ow, that actually gave me sort of a scare. Ow. Wait, did I make a mistake here? Didn't we start with the same amount? Green? Okay. And back with this. So there are 21 sections in total. Oh, that's pretty nice. So this is going to be enough. Wait, why am I doing it up here? Up there. I'm going to do it up here. Gotta make sure we get those metal pieces removed. I made a bunch of observers and pistons just for this. Now the great thing about it is that we're going to be removing this entire thing, which also means that we're going to have more materials. Like, the materials haven't been wasted on a sweeper, right? So we're just going to have access to like whenever we next time make a big redstone machine. But one thing I forget. Did we remove... Hey, Pickle! Thank you, I made it myself. I didn't remove this down here. Well, we'll remove it if I need it. But thank you, Pickle. Alright. Grab a torch. And then while we're walking by here, I can double check all of the work. We can even triple check it on the next time, like when we run backwards. That it all is as it's supposed to. You're trying out Farger's Soul mode? Okay. Alright. How so? I don't think I've ever played that mode. Ah, right. Well, to be honest, that doesn't sound like particular fun to me, but hey, if you enjoy it, then I'm happy, I suppose. Well, we're making one large machine here to take care of the rest of the water. Like when we run this, all the water should be swept away in one go. So, the progress is going really well. And like we're halfway done with the machine, right? So it's not necessarily super quick progress, but in a second all the water down there is going to be gone. So, in other words, we've drained the ocean monument once we finish this. Which is pretty exciting stuff, isn't it? I think it's pretty exciting stuff anyway. You might not. Oh wait, hold on. Why did I turn that the wrong way? Alright, let's go up here. Oh, trust me, it was absolute hell. Right, because I had to remove the monument too. The monument is over here. Right now there isn't any fish because we are not close enough, but you can see like the pillars are still here. It was absolute hell trying to try and remove the pillar, the monument in it. Like, the amount of guardians that were trying to stop me. Ugh. That felt horrible. Until I dumped like 16 iron golems down to him, and that actually helped out quite a bit. Having iron golems just walk around and like hit those they can, and the rest they tank. So if you're ever like dumb enough to clear out a water monument, an ocean monument, I can really recommend just dumping down a bunch of iron golems on top of it, and then just like having them pull aggro. They will still spawn if I get close by. And there's water, right? So as soon as there's water, they can spawn, but they can only spawn within a 40 block radius of the center of the monument. So we have that for it, which is pretty good. Which is pretty good. Alright, air. and this stuff while we double check that all of them has been placed correctly. And so we continue. Am I really... well, I know I have more... up here. We might as well stack up on the on these two too, while we're at it. So that's... Oh wait, I don't have any more, Huh. I guess we're going to the nether then, to fill our inventory with, netherrack. How dare you? I'm really terrible at that. Okay, come on, dude. Let's fucking go then. I'm gonna beat you to death with my hand if you aren't careful. How's the eyes are doing? Good. Would kind of be a rough... Wait, hold on. We could also just do this and then... No! Ah, wait, hold on. Let's not fly down into the lava. It seems like a bad idea to jump into lava, if you ask me. Cause we're in the Soul Sand Valley, so, like, the shader pack gives the Soul Sand Valley an overhaul, making everything sort of blue. Cause, like, when you burn soul lanterns and stuff, they're blue and all that, so... I think that's the reason for it anyway. I don't really care for the gold there. That was what I actually cared for. I don't know. Do I care for the... I do, don't I? It would be a bad idea not to pick this up. At some point I'm gonna require more quartz. It might not be right now, but... Yeah, I actually think it's like a cool little detail. That since Soulfire is blue, why wouldn't the lava then also be when it's in a Soul Sand Valley? I actually think it's sort of a cool little extra thing. No. Alright. But let's get rid of the 30 nether quartz. I put that in here somewhere, didn't I? Oh, here? Okay. And boop. Alright, I ran out. That's where we came from. And so I need slime and I need this. Wait, hold on. What? Oh. I must not have picked up a slime block of sorts somewhere. Wait, so 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. Now I'm missing a slime block. Alright, there we even. The easiest fight known to Matt. What do you mean? And how much health does it usually have? I think that's sort of the gold bit of information. Alright. This one is gonna get annoying at some point. Air pocket. Unhealthy habit. Yeah, check. Good. And then we're back on track. I wonder if by how many observers and pistons I'm gonna be short if I'm short. It would be cool if it was like next to none, but I'm not that lucky. Welcome back, Kiwi. We made a little bit of way on the machine, but like nothing really interesting has happened. We ran out of netherrack on the way, so now I could do this twice. Like I could just go up and do this by 2 blocks, but the reason why I'm doing it on single every time because it means that I can like double look at this, making sure that all of it is exactly as it's supposed to be. Come on. Making sure all pistons and slime has been put down, slime, pistons, observers, honey has been put down in the right order and amount. Because it would really suck if I missed something. But so far I haven't, which is good news. Okay, and off we go. It will soon be bright enough for me to start wearing the totem again, now that we're not that far down anymore. Let's grab those and these. Ah, damn. Okay. No, that's fine. It is a fine. I just need to remember that going forward on that area there. That I need to be a little bit slow. I should see whether it activates and then start it. Observer, come back to me. Okay, find an air pocket. Nice. Okay. And boom. Oh, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, hey-oh. Ah, alright, that's stuck in my brain now. That's not gonna get annoying real quick. Air. Two, 22. Ah, bugger me. Okay, it's fine. I just need to, again, remember that. Try and see if we can't remember that for next time. I think, well, at this rate, I mean, we're missing like 3 more layers on this machine, and then we can run it pretty much. So I'll be done within half an hour, I think. Half an hour, 45 minutes. Hey, Fishy, welcome. No way, we don't have a My Hero Academia fan in the chat, do we? There's no way. There's no way we have a guy who's a fan of a series where the main character forgot he had legs for the first 5 seasons, right? For the first like 150 50 chapters or something like that. Forgot he had legs. Oh well, I mean, to each their own. No, no shame, even if it is that. Alright, and nah, we'll try and go 2 up every time now. Am I out of I am out of damn netherrack again. Yeah, everything's good. Ow, ow. Alright, we gotta take care of those flying rats. Damn. no more flying rats. And I suppose I will go take care of the area over here. Like take down the machine that we have over here. First of all, to stack up on materials for this. Oh, I have sponges here? What do you know? What a joyous occasion when you find surprise sponges. Untapped fountain of wealth, almost. I think they're being Kiwi, like I'm following the chat a little bit, and I think they're both sort of trying to convince the other that the other is a bigger weep. But I mean, it's and it seems like none of them are making actually good arguments, so they started to insult each other's body types instead, rather than try and like actually do something constructive argumentation. Well, Pickle, just to jump into Fish's defense here, a bad hairline is actually proven to, or in many cases, mean a higher testosterone than the people who have a low. So, like, if you have a bad hairline, it's likely that your T levels are higher than people whose hairline is good. Just want to point that out, if that's where you want to go with it. Besides, I don't. Ow, 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 ow. Why did that hurt? Alright, I have no hunger. And it was likely one of those demon fish coming at me. Yeah, it is demon fish. I could really do without the demon fish, to be honest. Alright, let's get out of here. Skedaddle. Whee! No, you're not. You're not allowed to pick a fight and then just use your mod privileges to end the fight, because you don't have a good verbal combat. Of course you're not allowed. But I also well, I also saw what you said. I mean, when you're like Big Pickle, you were asking for it, right? You were asking for him to respond back in kind, and then both of you escalated it together, and that's my opinion as the third impartial observing party here. and now we get this and 50 observers. Fuck me. I keep on forgetting this. In my defense, I do think it's kinda fair that I forget it, since like last time I had to go get a bunch of stuff in between, and I mean, no, you're not supposed to be there. 1 second, let me just read. Well, he's allowed to. Oh, you're heading off to college tomorrow? Does that mean I'm gonna see less of you, Pickle, or does that, or like, is it just meant as in vacation over tomorrow, so you will be returning to college and not have generally as much time on your hands, but like usual? We are getting very close to this. How many more layers? Only one more layer of servers and pistons. That's nice. Wait, did he hold? Was he holding something? No. Air. Alright, what color are we at? Orange. Oh. Pardon, Big. I'll read that in just a second. But what are you doing at a collage though? I figured you went to college. Just kidding. I couldn't help myself. I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible person. I know. Ow. I know. It's a terrible joke. Oh, that's kinda annoying with the water here in the way, but... What are you on about? Well, if I'm horrible, then who are you? Hi, Pickle. I'm horrible. Nah, then you should have written you are. So I mean, or no, actually, you're missing an e on that. Mm-hmm. So you say. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not talking about the horrible. I'm talking about the your. You're horrible. You are horrible. You're missing an R-E, or you have the R, but you don't have the E on it. Horrible. Would be kind of funny to spell horrible with E though. I forgot that again. Oh well. It's not like it's a big thing to fix, but it just slightly bugs me that I keep on making the same mistake. And remove that, otherwise that won't move. And now we just double check by walking across. We remove this one. Perfect. Now I remove that. Build out like this. Do yes, and remove that. That should pulse back and forth. Perfect. We put that back in. Observer up. Observer up here like that. This like here. That there. And then I'll go downwards and fix all of this, because right now I need a bop there. We can double bop that out actually. Put this here. Put that there. Remove that, because it needs to look like that. And then we do the same thing underneath here. Ja, ja, das ist korrekt. Good stuff, me. We get the green. We move that out. The yellow. Move it out. Perfect. Green. Move it out. Remove. Yellow or orange, I guess we should call it. Remove that. I can't see for anything, so you likely can't either. But the torch should fix that. Light, remove, and orange. Orange. Observer. Piston, remove one orange. And then we have it pretty much. Now I just need to put the motor down. And then we can remove all of the water. provided that nothing went wrong in all those lines. But then we can remove all of the water. Oh, hold on. We put that there. Is this here? And that should be it. So now all of it, hopefully, moves. Alright, that corner won't move, but that's fine. Wait, hold on, why did that not move? With? Not worst case scenario, I can always come back and clean that up. Okay. As long as all of this moves, I'm happy. Ugh. Phantoms. Damn. Wow, that's perfect. Okay. Damn, too slow. I think I need to do... I only did twice there. Let's try with the thrice. That's actually a pretty decent drop now. Damn. Ow. Come on. I still so much water that just disappears. And we got it. It's kinda laggy doing it this way, but oh. But would you look at that? That looks awesome. I mean, how can you get bored watching that? Like, that's just so cool. Except somewhere a part of the machine broke apart. There. I'm probably gonna have to do that manually, but fine. I'm alright with that. Oh wait, shite. Is that okay? That's okay. Wait, how do I stop this? Where do I stop this? Ugh. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, you're gonna get very concentrated now, aren't you? Let's get up and stop that machine. Ow, 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 ow. Stop, stop. Because otherwise that will fly for quite a while. Yes, perfect. I would actually have liked it to continue a wee bit further. I don't know quite what stopped it here. But all of this water in one go. Now that's pretty darn effective. Hey, welcome, new guy. That's so satisfying. We now have this entire... Am I getting ganged up on? This entire new area fully drained out. Well, we still have the edges, but... we have now mostly finished up the rest here we can do pretty easily manually, and I think we can also do the front there pretty easily manually. So, I mean, I'm not really too worried about that, but geez. Well, we are currently clearing out, draining out, or have been for like the last 30 odd hours. Been clearing out all the water here in this ocean for my next project. Yes, I will give him a tour, because like that can wait. I'm just elated to be finished with that. Yeah, it's a large project. It's a 350 by 350 or something like that. So, it's been in the works for a while. Alright, so, but this is where we've like spent the last 267 days, pretty much. We'll continue spending probably the remaining part of the 3,000, probably a little bit across that too. Building what I want in here, but I can show you what we spent the first 2,000 days doing. About 30 hours of dedicated draining. But over here, you see my base as, like, this is what we spent the first 2,000 days doing. The first 1,000 days were pretty much just like making the mountain range, the skull, and a few of the buildings down there. Like we've done pretty much, like we made the mountains, we've made all the trees and all that sort of stuff. We have our small, well, let's start from the beginning, right? We have our tiny base, which we've been living out of for the last pretty much 2,000 days in here. This is where we put the dragon egg down, where we made our first auto smelter down here, which I haven't used for a long time, but it's still running, I see. That's good, I suppose. In here we have the first bits of redstone that we played around with. which was a bamboo farm. Now it's stopped right now, which is completely fine because I don't need any more bamboo. A small sugarcane farm, a small string duper where this purple or this, I think it's a pink sheep. This pink sheep is natural, which I thought was kind of cool, and it wandered in here and captured it itself. So we also have the wool farm, so where I get my different kinds of wool, and a little bit of a glow lichen farm down there too. So this is like where we started out in this space, right? We then built our iron farm, which we have over here in the tower. We've only recently added in the tower. But just a regular good old iron farm over here. Like portal-based design, pretty straightforward. After we made the iron farm, I really wanted to have, well, a mine shaft, and we made that as the second build. The first build of the world was actually the house you see here. Which turned out pretty well. We then made this mountain range here, and put in our mine shaft so we could go down and yes, it is only the hardcore series here, pretty much. Every now and then I do other Minecraft things, but like 99% of the content is on this hardcore world here. We made the mine. We then made a small blacksmith shop here, up there, and behind a small another blacksmith shop. I figured 2 would make sense. But after I made those, like that one and this one, I felt like the mountain looked kind of small. And back in the day, we actually used to have a woodland mansion, where this mountain is now. So I tore that down and built the mountain here, and the skull on top of it. As soon as we had the mountain, then we had plenty of space to sort of build a lot of redstone stuff. So this is where we hide all of the redstone that my world needs in order to function. We have a little bit of a few different things. We have concrete converter, big hole, mushroom stem farm, which is actually a very complicated build and has broken since, but if you ever need a bunch of mushroom stems, I can really recommend this machine. Bone meal farm, cactus farm, pumpkin farm, honey, bee breeder area, mud farm, yes, bee farm, rail duper, snow farm, wood farm. Up there we have a bone meal farm, another one. We have the nether tree farm, and we have a nether mushroom farm over here. We then have the cobblestone and basalt generator. And down below we have another bone meal farm and another bone meal farm. So we have like a lot of bone meal farms, and I made them when I were creating the skull, because that was requiring a bucket load of bone blocks to finish the skull up here. But I'm pretty happy with how it turned out in the end. I think after the skull, we got into general, just adding a few more houses. We added the lollipop, as my community so endearingly calls it. I had sort of a vision where it was supposed to be sort of this magic orb that controlled the weather. No one has ever said that, oh wow, is that an orb that controls the weather? They're just like, why do you have a lollipop? So now it's just become a tourist attraction for the village, of course. The lollipop. We have the hopper down here, and a statue of my own skin, just for vanity. You know, vanity is one of those things you do have to do a little bit of every now and then. Yeah, I know how it turned out. We then made the island here with the tavern. And on the back of it, or here on the back, we made a small aquarium for my axolotls. Every time somebody subs and reminds me that they've subbed, I pop a axolotl into my world. However, this tank quickly filled up, which is both fortunate and unfortunate. But it meant I had to make another, so we sort of made this mountain here, with this whole intention of like getting a bunch of axolotls in here. Originally, I had intended to have sort of a waterfall in the back here, where they could leak into this like man-made creation of a like, what are they called? What's the thing called axolotl spawn in? I forget. Anyway, lush cave, there we go. Of an exposed lush cave. Well, new guy, if you have subbed, then most certainly you can. Boop. So right now, the colors you have to pick from are these, well, three. You have cyan, or cyanite, you have white, and you have the Lucia. In that case, just pick your color out of these three, and then I'll name it after you and pop it into the tank. So if you have a preferred color, otherwise I'll just choose for you. You'll get the cyan. Ah, I had caps lock on. Alright, new guy. Let's get you into my world. Boom, boom. Alright, welcome new guy. Enjoy your stay. But as I was saying, the original intention was to sort of have the axolotls flow out from a waterfall here and into the exposed lush cave that I made. But turns out if axolotls are out of the water for more than 5 minutes, they die. So we had to build this mountain, and I had already made that part down there. So we simply just extended it upwards here, so it became sort of the footpath to the top of the mountain, where it felt like you have sort of this exposed lush cave just hanging around here. Which I actually think turned out really well. I think this is one of my favorite paths that I've ever made. Which leads up into the Ancient Forest, which is a custom forest that we made here on the top. We popped in the Wizard Tower here. I'll just go free cam mode. We popped in the Wizard Tower up here on the tip of it. And I actually think the forest is pretty well executed, because like I don't feel like you're like on top of a mountain when you're walking here. Like until you suddenly stand here, and then it's like just super clear that you're on top of a mountain. There's a bunch of extended lore to all of this, and I'll tell you about it eventually if you hang around. Then we have the ancient temple here, where it's supposed to be a well of magic sort of shooting out of the lake here in the middle. And that puts us up by the island. I don't have a lot of rockets on me, I see. Where the beam sort of hits this crystal, which makes the island levitate, in shortman terms. But I wanted something big sort of protecting the island. And it ended up being this massive Asian Japanese styled inspired dragon. Which sort of looks over the village as its guardian. Yeah. It's rather large. Like designing it and gathering the blocks and building it took around 111 hours. It was a massive project, and it didn't help that I decided on that smoky effect, which is done with glass panes, right? If you ever want to do something like it, I cannot recommend doing it with glass panes. My sanity was hanging in a fret when we were doing it. But it turned out rather nice. I'll just fly over here because I have my shulker with fireworks over here. Hold on, we'll just fly over there and take a look at it then. Yeah. Like all of this is glass panes, right? Which purple, dark blue, and cyan, I think it was, glass panes. That we have a unreal amount of in this, right? And having to jump from like glass pane to glass pane, exactly like that. We'll eventually get like falling down the same spot multiple times. We'll eventually get your mind thinking strange and random things. But so I really cannot recommend doing anything at this scale in glass panes. But now that it's done, it looks really good. Oh yeah. I think we used 20 streams in total. Like designing it, choosing the colors, gathering up the resources and building it. I don't even think 20 can cut it. I think we might have all spent 10 streams just designing the thing. But in a creative world. And if you're interested, I can also just leave you in suspense, but I have also designed what we're going to be putting over here. Because this is going to be our new base eventually. First I need to bomb this out to Bedrock and remove all of the remaining water, but we're pretty darn close. But if you want to, I can show you what we're going to be putting here. But I need this and this. Yeah, it was more than 10, wasn't it? If I remember correctly, there was a few sponges over here I hadn't picked up. Alright, well, in that case, because we have the design world right here, Now, this is by far the biggest build that I've ever done. And this is the inside of it. This is going to be the inside of our new base. Rather large, and first of all, plenty of storage. That's one of the things I hate about my current base, is the lack of storage we have in here. With plenty of ways to like get up and down. Like just looking around in here. So there's like plenty of space in here for whatever we might want to do. But the real kicker about this build is that we have our portals here, which is for a guardian farm. And on the outside, it looks somewhat like this, or it's going to look somewhat like this. Which is why we're moving all the water. Well, right now it's laggy, and that's because when I designed it, I just filled it up from the bottom with all the glass. In reality, I think I can cut the glass off here, so we don't need all the glass down there. But so it's going to be a lot less laggy once we, well, a Kraken more or less is what I was going for. But yeah. All of this is going to be in our hardcore world eventually. It is an octopus, because, and I did the research here, that's what the flying things here are supposed to be, or the sacs, right? Because apparently, octopus, their heart chambers are divided into two. I learned that through research to this build. So we have the two octopus hearts, and very conveniently, I did not know that beforehand, but an octopus brain is actually donut shaped. So we put something that sort of looks like a brain down here, that is donut shaped, which is just super convenient. So of course, automatic storage. You can just chuck stuff in here, and then it will be sorted into the chests. But yeah, that's what we're going to be putting in our hole, in our current hole. Not that, well, I mean, we made the hole quite a lot larger than it does need to be. And I did that for the sole reason that I wanted to, instead of just, like, I want to deepen it out, so I want to have it sort of feel like it's slowly curving out here from the middle. This is the exact middle, or where the mouth is going to be, if I can land there. Oh, that's dangerous. But here's where the mouth is going to be. And then we have quite a lot extra space than I actually need. Yeah, it's going to be a really cool build. We have quite a lot more space than we actually need, but then I can like slope it up to the edges, making it blend better with the underwater environment. But it would seem I need to dry off my sponges. You changed your mind? What do you mean? Well, I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate the compliment. So now we just got to clear out the last bit of water today. That's sort of the goal. And then I'll have to start looking into world eaters that can remove water, where there's a water sweeper attached to them. Because otherwise, it's gonna be a even worse experience than I imagine trying to bomb this down to Bedrock. But first, let's remove the last bits of water. Ow. Did you just follow me? Oh, hello. I forgot I wasn't wearing the, that actually I've taken a lot of damage. Well, I suppose it was from clearing out the ocean monument. I guess I just pick a line and then go straight through it. So pick that there and then go, wait. Well, okay, I suppose. There you go. This is gonna get rough real quick, but I don't know, it is what it is. Sponge. Because it wasn't solid water. That's pretty nice. Oh, hello. Oh, I need to go way further up. Okay. If you insist. So I need to clear out that too. So if I just go a little bit to the side. So there's gonna be a lot, like I'm doing a lot of very repetitive things right now, and I must admit, even I am getting bored. But if I want something cool, I gotta put in the hours, you know. It's as simple as that. Did I not clear out the water there? Really? I should be ashamed of myself. Well, we'll deal with that first then. Dislike, intense dislike. Ah, is this outside of the beacon range? Of course it is. That'll probably do it. Ish. Now all of this needs to be bombed away anyway, but with the water in the way, it's going to be kind of difficult. We'll do that, and then I should be able to just go a bit, right? More or less anyway. Perfect. Now perfect. Make sure we pick up all our wonderful sponges. Oh. Hello. Put on the hitboxes so it's quite easy to see where they fell. You could have sworn you saw something move outside the window? Well, stay safe, yeah? Let's just go up a little bit further. And to the side. Whoop. And a little bit up further. Wait, really? Is it that much further up already? And oh, Dolphin's Grace. That's not quite what I want to see here, but sure, some of the things would also wash over here. Good. Oh, I see that. I will call it out already as not okay. Let's see how far we can get with simply just removing the water over here. That should even it out quite a bit. Nice. And for kicks, remove all the moss, remove the line there, and do it again, pretty much, until there's no more water. Rinse, repeat. Oh, what do you sell? Nothing of interest, I see. Enjoy your life as a terrible salesman. I can't afford to let this kelp grow, because it's only gonna make the non-source blocks into source blocks, which makes everything so much more difficult. And so we pick up blocks. Alright, any blocks on this side? There is. you stay away from my stuff. You didn't pick anything up, right? Oh, you have an iron sword. Scary. I can't see whether or not this is kelp or what it is, but that was rotten flesh though. Oh. Oh. And is everything taken care of? I think so. How much? I lost one sponge somewhere. Those are all arrows. That's a bone. What is you? Not a sponge. Ah, right, up there. Yeah, I do. Yeah, we might as well do that now. Afterwards, I'll go repair my tools, because I also feel like my tools are getting kind of low. Tools, armor, and all that. All of this I don't care about. I think I should have, yes, we do have some leftover torches. Oop. Good on ya. See what they're trying, and they refuse to accept it. Okay, up here, there, and onwards. Oh. Oh. I have a light levels mod. Rather than counting out 11 blocks between each, I can simply just do this, because then I have the optimal length between my torches. And as long as there's no zeros, I'm good on spawns. So, like back in the day, Minecraft used to have a light overlay feature by pressing F7. Don't blow up. Uh-oh. There you go. And so, this area is now spawn-proof. Good stuff. And then we'll go repair everything now. Mod. I think it's just called light overlays. New guy, I do actually have a Discord, and in the Discord I've posted all the mods and texture packs that I'm using, if you're interested. Let's bring the tools along. The almost broken tools will come along with on the right here. Alright, so this is the nether side. This is my nether roof. Up here we have a honey farm, a froglight farm, a bothering farm. Out there in the distance we have a wither skeleton farm, and the big, very, very big gold farm, which I also use as an EXP farm. How did I go a level down? Did I enchant something? Oh yeah, right. I did. Indeed. Because it's silly, you know. It's and the chest plate. Neat. And do I need to pick anything else up here? And hey, Mono. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Alright, well, we're almost at the level range. Can they hit me here? Alright, perfect. Round up on that level. I wonder how much... Ow! I wasn't wearing the elytra. Let's just try that. That might help me take less fall damage. Well, he joins from time to time. And plenty of gold. Alright, so now we are fully repaired. All the gear looks good, all the tools look good. So now we just need to return to emptying out the remaining water here, and then we're done with it. Spungus and moss. Preserver we want to keep. Bob. Builder. There we go. Okay, dry off the sponges. On day 2270, I think we're gonna complete the water, like removing all the water by day 2275 at least. I don't think it's gonna take that long, but at the very latest, I think it's gonna be around there. Alright, so let's get a bunch more water cleared out. Okay, perfect. Now I just need to go up a bit. Can that clear out the water up there? No. Okay, so I need to go up further. go all the way over to this here. And then we can clear out this. What's up, new guy? Ow. I imagine that's probably a question for Mono, because I have no idea. Alright, so if I place one there. I don't think I need to clear that much forward, do I? Well, I mean, if you stick around for long enough, I'm sure you're gonna run into him eventually. Ow. How rude. Here I am, minding my own business. Getting jumped by slimes, apparently. Well done, Pickle. I'm proud of you, man. Okay, so Is that good enough? Yes, that's perfect. Hey, Cyan Turtle. Welcome, man. It's been a wee while. How have you been? All good, I hope? Hmm. Hmm. Ah, right. Yeah. I know how that can be. And now we remove all of this, pick it up, and then we use the remaining 13 sponges we have somewhere, and then now hopefully we'll be done with this area by the next sponge run. Ow. Ow. Nope! Oh no, he took out some of my sponges, didn't he? What a prick. Oop. Dolphin's Grace, I see. Right. Swombies. Well, I mean, at least they aren't guardians, but still. I dislike these highly. So that explosion took out 2 of my sponges? That's so rude. Oh no, I'm gassed. Where? Where are you? I don't want it blowing up any more of my sponges. There it is. Oh, there are multiple ones. Oh. Done. They won't be blowing up any of my sponges. Ah, don't drink too much coffee. It stunts the growth. Caffeine is proven to stunt growth, so I mean, if you one day want to be taller than you are now, I suggest that you, and are still in the growing age, I suggest you stay off the caffeine. Well, in that case, placebo. Alright, so we still have a little bit of water down there. Let's go down to deal with it. We're going to do it this way, and then go up a little bit. Hello. I couldn't place torches here before due to the water being in the way. Now as we're slowly clearing it out, I won't have to worry as much about it anyway. So that is one side completely empty of water. Now we do the side over here. Alright, adios new guy. Hope to see you again, man. So now it's this wall of water we want to deal with. And I'd hit that block there. There you can. Okay, so I can't do 3, I can only do 2. Good to know. of this. Hmm. I'm pretty happy with what I just made, but I would definitely look at it and consider it. But like, no promises that I'd use it. As you might have noticed, I updated my my own here the other day from what's also made. Sort of the same style, but just updated to be a little bit cleaner. Okay, perfect. What's my real name? It's that's one of those things I don't actually comment on. It's real name, real age, and city I live in, and birth date. That's one of the few things I'd like to keep private. Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. You're more than welcome to ask about pretty much anything but the other things that And I think like, I can't really think. Well, maybe I can think of a few other questions I wouldn't particularly like to answer, but like ask away pretty much anything but name, age, and location, other than Denmark. Well, I can tell you that's not the case, but you're free to believe whatever you want. much of that water will disappear on just removing that? What if we then take it a step further and remove all of this too? That lowers to that. Okay. This might be where it gets a little bit dicey, but we can use the moss for like keeping it more or less. Moss is an easy resource to come by when you have as many bone meal machines as I do. Okay, so now we just need to remove the remaining water there. Right, hold on. Alright, that conclusion sounds absolutely flawless. You're right. You're right. You caught me. Yeah. I'm absolutely 14. Actually, I'm 4. Let's settle the debate there. I'm only 4 years old. Ow. And no pickle. Right, these are good sponges? Real? Annoyed. Went to the nether and I don't even get full benefits from it? Oh, that's rough. Yeah, you know, But no, all your conclusions are wrong. And so, I mean, I'm not gonna comment on your evidence, but at some point, I'm gonna DM multiple of you with different answers to how old I actually am, and one of you are gonna have the right number. No. Wait, hold on. I'll give you guys. Are you ready? I won't tell you how old I am exactly, but I'll give you a an indicator of how old I am. I vividly remember New Year's of 2000. I vividly remember New Year's of 2000. I remember what I ate, what I drank, and what we fired off our fireworks. So, I mean, That's do with it what you want with that information, but I vividly remember it. And so this area should be water free now, pretty much. And now we do that wall of water. Of water. Let's get up here. Start it from here? Yeah, that seems like a good point. Alright, 4 is too much. 3 is too much too, I can see here. Okay. That was a waste of a lot of sponges, but experiments had to be made. And also, I should move one to the side. Because it's going to continue on this level, right? It's not going to get any higher. I'll do it from here. No, I never said I was 20 to 25. Because that wouldn't be true. Ah, hold on. that was more information than I wanted to give on this one. 'Oh, that's the kelp being a pain in the ass down there, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Damn. So I'm gonna have to go over this a couple of times. How did you know? 137? That's the first time somebody has ever gotten my age right. Damn. And here I thought I could just live an unknowingly immortal life and nobody would ever guess, and here comes Pickle and just brute forces it. $137, eh? I fucking hope not. I hope that I'm long gone by the time I should have been 137. I hope I'm long gone by then. That would be so upsetting. I'm gonna sign up for a war, or start one, if I become that old. 28 to 29? Mm-hmm. Those are indeed guesses. No, that's not true. Mono. Unless you define consciousness very different from the rest of the world. Oh, hello, iron golems. Is this where all my iron golems went? I guess so. They just dropped down here? Poor bastards. Alright, so I guess from around here we make another line down. I for sure didn't want to use a sponge there. It goes over like this. Here? Yeah, that seems... No, actually we want it to be as far out as possible. To hit as much of the kelpified water as possible. See how much of a difference that does? Oh, that's so good. Well, that certainly is a guess. You found out how to count sideways? What do you mean by sideways? Because, I mean... Can't everyone count sideways? Oh. Like... Isn't that just, like, reading? But numbers? Or what do you mean? Hey Sam, welcome. Welcome Sam. Isn't... Wait, pardon? Pickle, that makes no sense. What you just... Of course you can count sideways, Sam. Pickle. That sounds like a pretty darn regular thing. Or... Did you... when you do an equation, you do it... Alright, I must be misunderstanding what you're trying to convey to me there. Yeah, I'll hear you out, because, like, I'm clearly not understanding what you're trying to say, because that sounds pretty darn regular. No, they haven't. Defy counting side. Alright, Pickle, you're not making any sense. They certainly did guess 28. Oh, look at that kelp trying to mess up my work right here. All this kelp just needs to disappear. Good stuff. Also, oh my god, you need to die, and you need to die. Oh my god, you're... That's a long kelp. I didn't even know it could grow that much. Ooh. Uh, okay, I need to. My brain has turned to mush. Wait, hold on. Uh. And find my real name. Yeah, in the dragon series, my real name, like, or rather, while I was recording the dragon, uh, there was a certain point in which my real name was revealed on accident. My full name. So, I mean, yeah. Well, Pickle, if you know it, then you're more than welcome to send me a message, private DM, and then I'll give each of you a single DM where I will confirm or disconfirm your guess on both age and actual name. So you'll each get, if you send me a DM on Discord, I'll respond with a yes or no on whether or not you got it right. No explanation. You'll just get a verdict on what you guessed. And I hope you can respect the rules enough to not like sit and have and not confer with each other. Like, I'm doing this because I hope that you guys will simply use your knowledge on your own and not share it. Share it. Yeah, there we go. English, I speak it. Okay, I'm missing a shit ton of sponges. Where did they go? Where did they go? Did they end up between all my iron golems? No? Ah, there's something there. That's probably just kelp, though. Yeah. Huh. Alright, we lost a bunch of sponges. That's rough. That's real rough. Well, Mono, you're all over the place, aren't you? What your guess is now? You started out with a guess that said 14, and now you're at 29:30. That's a lot of different guesses, isn't it? All right, see you later, Kiwi. But thank you for checking in today. I appreciate it, man. And what's up, Sam? Well, I mean, a detective doesn't just guess, dude. They base it off something. And... Okay, we need to head upwards here. By 2. That took out quite a bit of the water. But we still have some sources over here, it would seem. So if I do that there, then what happens? Ah, we definitely have a source right there. So let's just get that. Oh wow, that's a lot of water. Gone bye-bye there. Nice. We like that. Same here. And over here. I'll do no such thing. As I said, you have one concrete guess, and that will be your final guess, and you can make your guess at any time. Then DM me with said guess, and I'll confirm yes or no. Okay, how much of that water did I see that take away? Quite a bit. I need to now go get over there and remove this water here in order to figure out where the remaining sources are. That's a sponge, so we can't drop that down there. Joe lives in Denmark. That's common knowledge. I don't mind revealing that. Or re-revealing that. So we had some kelp grow over there. Alright, now we're starting to see where the actual water runs. That's nice. Now let's remove all of this here. I should grab all the that's in the water here first. And all of the that's floated out here. I'm 32. That's certainly a guess too. You think I'm 32? Damn. Well, I can't decide whether I should be insulted or flattered by that. Can't decide which is, which it is. I'll take out all of this water here now. Mm-hmm. But what if I have like a super common name, like John Smith? Like there's a million Johns and there's a million Smiths. So, I mean, if that was the case, like you wouldn't really get far by getting my name right, would you? Okay, so now we have a one I need to deal with over there. Boop. That should remove pretty much all of that water. Hey Toby, welcome. They're big into trying to guess my age right now. You're of course welcome to join in too. You might have a different perspective than they do. Welcome back, new guy. Alright, let's see here. We're almost done with emptying out the water, Toby, which is super exciting. Because then I can finally like be done with this, with this insanity. Okay, wait, so let's just go up here and put that there. And then just continue around, or for 8 more. Indeed, Joe is 50. Imagine though. Damn. Sometimes I do, yeah, I know. Sometimes I even surprise myself. And then the other day, well, actually, like yesterday, uh, I matched with this girl on Tinder, and I'm not quite sure whether it's all right for me to even consider dating her. But she seems all right. But there's an age difference, and she was like why do you sometimes sound like an old man? And I'm like, well, because sometimes I do very much feel like one. Which is 100% true. Boom. Oh, well, there you go. Boom. Let's get rid of that water there. Just because it bothers me that we had those two nooks and crannies out there. Alright, now let's find the source blocks in this raised area here. Right, hold on. Source blocks there, so if I place that there, we should be good. Then we have something that reminds me of source blocks here. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. This is all going very well so far. That creeper though, like, could we avoid that? Ah. The other one must have been a terrible sniper. You just think that it's the voice? I don't know, man. I think my voice is super, mm, 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 mega annoying. I hate the sound of my own voice. I swear to God, I've heard squeaky toys with more bass in their voice than I do. Calm. That very much depends on the situation you catch me in. Trust me on that. This should not be full water blocks. So I don't understand why it appears as if it is. Oh no. Filter. Because am I right when I say that this looks like full full blown water? I can only go 2 forward. Damn it, Joe. Remember. You're not sold. You should have problems with the noggin yet. But that, yeah, okay. So that means I have to do this area manually. That's sort of annoying. Well, I mean, how horrible would it be if we lost our world to a baby zombie? Like, I'm not sure I would ever emotionally recover from that. And where did the music go? I feel like, right, we're out of music. No more. No. All right, let's get some sand. What's Filza? Filza is the guy who still holds, I think, the longest hardcore Minecrafter, where he survived like 15,000 days or something like that, until a baby zombie killed him. Which is why, like, when people see a baby zombie, they go, Filza, and well, I mean. I get why, because Jesus Christ, I cannot imagine losing this hardcore world to anything really. maybe that slime there. He seems particularly persistent, but ugh, I hate this. All right. So I just need to make this wall here come all the way across, and then make like a couple more of them. Yeah, chicken jockey would be even worse, I think, considering that they're so slow. But my god, there's so much sand that requires being put down here. Slowly finishing this up. I really hope that, oh, a piece of honey. Ooh, a piece of honey. Ooh, a piece of candy. I really hope I can finish this up today. That would be a nice sort of end to this. Or at least like the majority of it. So like the water here plus like on both sides here would be really nice if I like don't have to deal with that tomorrow. Like I think we're gonna like drain this area and then leave this for tomorrow. So unfortunately today won't be the day we finish up everything, but it will be the day where we finish up most of the water, which is still good enough for me. Ugh, we're out of sponges. Or actually, should I just wait with all of it tomorrow? Because I am actually already kind of tired. It's already been 3.5 hours. Alright, so today wasn't the day we finished up. There might be Boxhead. I don't know. I won't finish this up today, but we can finish up the remaining here tomorrow. And then life will be pretty darn good. I don't know whether or not that's still... I should really update my bio, Jesus Christ. Or the description. Now that I think about it, have I even touched the description in like half a year? I don't think so. Huh. Well, I might have to update the description soon. Hey, Clips. Well, I'm actually just about to head out for today. And hey, yeah, I figured. I figured. But I'm actually about to head out for today. We'll finish up the rest tomorrow, but it's just small things we have to do now. Welcome, also. Um, but as I said, I think I'm gonna head out for today. But we just have that water tomorrow to deal with, which I think it's gonna be pretty straightforward. I'm not sure. Well, it's not gonna take too long to take care of it. Yeah, I know. It kind of makes me. It's just late. I need dinner and like I actually had plans, but I suppose can I cancel plans and just have late dinner? I don't know. I'm really hungry. No, no, no. Don't tempt me, guys. Um, so thank you so much for watching. I had a really good time. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Like it would be really cool if all of us could join in tomorrow. I'll try and see if I can't make it into a long stream tomorrow then. So cheerio, have a good one, and Joe out.